Hello, I'm Kimberlie Acosta. Welcome to the Native News Update. It's Friday, December 17th, and many of the stories you hear here can be found at our website, IndianCountryNews.com. And here's the news for the day from the Associated Press and other Native news sources. Police have released video showing the moments leading up to a Seattle police shooting that killed a woodcarver this past summer. A judge ordered the release of the video that shows the confrontation leading up to the August 30th shooting in downtown Seattle, Washington. The woodcarver, John T. Williams, was carrying a small knife when he was shot by Seattle police officer Ian Burke. Burke said he shot Williams because he felt threatened when Williams ignored his commands to put down his knife. The footage is from the patrol car dashboard camera. Because of the position of Burke's car, the shooting is not caught on camera, but the audio of the incident was recorded. The Seattle Police Department panel reached a preliminary finding that the shooting was not justified. A final determination will be made after a January court inquest is complete.
So you have some adults there.
Hey!
I think it'd be
Hey!
kind of fun for
Hey!
visiting,
Put the
kind
knife
of
down!
business thing.
Put the knife down! Put the knife down!
What a friend. You know, John McGrath is always there for me. He's a guy. Go ahead.
Well, I went online thinking about how I could, because of my other chore today was to clean the house. My mother-in-law's coming, and she'll get here and clean it up anyway. But when you're posed between doing a bunch of laundry or kind of just going online looking for sports bars, because that's what I did.
Yeah, you made the right choice. Let's face it. You made the right call for you. Hey, you wrote about it all weekend. Give us any thoughts that maybe didn't get into the writing about the big show that Tacoma and University Park, University Place, right? And Chambers Bay put on. It looked sensational on TV, and it was entertaining, Matt. What'd you think, John?
Yeah, I think
Man, he had a knife and he wouldn't drop it.
is what the USGA folks had said before the tournament for the US Open stuff to fall through. And so that catastrophe obviously didn't ensue. There were a couple of minor spectator situations because people did slip on it's a lot of dunes out there. People climb the dunes, so there were some people who fell, and that stuff all has to iron out before the big show. But they have 5 years to tweak the course and get it in order and to figure out where you're going to put another 55,000 people for the US Open. But this was, for a little sneak preview dress rehearsal, it was fabulous, and boy, what great calls, and gives you a kind of appreciation of our kids over here.
Yeah, I'm okay. He had the knife open.
So you're saying these constant whispers and constant chatter that I've heard for months and months and months about, the US Open won't ever come to
Knock the knife off there to the back.
all of that is now gone by the wayside. There is absolutely no chance that the USGA clubhouse or no clubhouse will not live up to the expectation of being here for the US Open 15, John.
I think also should still mention, and this weekend, or this week, it clarified it. It really set it up. The USGA.
Efforts to strengthen Native American communities and improve their relationships with the federal government have already borne fruit, President Barack Obama told a group of leaders from more than 500 federally recognized tribes on December 16th. He said he wants to hear more from tribes about how that can be done, whether it's through supporting education and health care on reservations, combating crime, or job creation. The president said his administration has tackled some of the largest issues faced by American Indian communities, helping to create infrastructure, eliminate bureaucratic barriers, and boost public health on reservations. The Justice Department, he said, is working to reform the criminal justice system on reservations. The Tribal Law and Order Act, signed by the president in July, contains measures to help fight drug and alcohol abuse on reservations, gives authorities better access to databases, and improves opportunities to at-risk Native American youth. A federal judge has granted a Native American tribe's motion to halt a 709 megawatt solar power plant project in Southern California's Imperial Valley, agreeing with the tribe's contention that it was inadequately consulted about the project. The Quechan tribe of the Fort Yuma Reservation filed the litigation against the U.S. Department of the Interior and the Bureau of Land Management, which is a part of the department. Houston-based Tessera Solar has received approval from the state and federal governments to build a solar plant on about 6,140 acres of public land and 360 acres of private property 14 miles west of El Centro. The Quechan Reservation, with a population recently estimated at 2,700, is about 50 miles east of the proposed solar project site along the California-Arizona state line near Yuma, Arizona. A measure to transfer about 37 acres of National Park Service land in Washington state to the Hoh tribe has cleared the U.S. House of Representatives. The Hoh Tribe Safe Homelands Act, which the House approved this week, goes to President Barack Obama for his signature. The U.S. Senate approved the measure in September. The bill would put 37 acres of the Olympic National Park into federal trust for the tribe. The transfer of the land would allow the tribe to move out of a tsunami zone floodplain by expanding its 1 square mile reservation. Hoh Chairman Maria Lopez says that the threat of the flooding over the last weekend once again highlighted the bill's urgency. Senator Patty Murray and Maria Cantwell said in a statement that their legislation ensures that the tribe can safely rebuild on higher land. The Maine Tribal State Commission is going to ask the legislature to ban schools from using American Indian nicknames. At a meeting this week, commission members asked the Maine Humane Rights Commission to co-sponsor the legislation. Tribal Commissioner Chair Jamie Bissonnette Louis says some Native American children have to attend schools with mascots such as warriors or braves, and she says sometimes fans from opposing schools will yell things such as "scalp them." She says that she finds most offensive school names are at Wiscasset and Sanford high schools, both of which call athletes Redskins. A federal prosecutor said this week that his office won't file charges pertaining to accusations of illegal vote buying leveled after South Dakota political parties offered food and food coupons at campaign rallies. U.S. Attorney Brendan Johnson said that offering food or coupons at the rallies did not constitute vote buying because those who attended and obtained the food or coupons could still choose how or whether to vote. Republicans accused Democrats of violating state and federal laws by offering people food in exchange for votes. Democrats in turn alleged that the Republican legislative candidate broke the law by giving people at a high school football games coupons for $1 off food sold at a snack bar. The South Dakota Republican Party filed a complaint October 14th, claiming rallies held by Democrats on Indian reservations broke the law by offering people food in exchange for votes. Rapid City, South Dakota police team up with tribal and federal authorities to beef up security at this year's Lakota Nations Invitational Basketball Tournament following last December's shooting outside the arena. The 34th annual tournament, which started December 15th, draws 16 girls and 16 boy teams from predominantly Native American high schools. It's part of a larger cultural event that draws thousands of Native Americans to Rapid City for educational conferences, a Lakota language bowl, and a storytelling contest and powwow. Last year's tournament was marred by a shooting outside the Rushmore Plaza Civic Center during the final games. Grammy winner Mickey Free will mark a big first in his career this January when he will be honored as the first Native American to be included in the National Association of Music Merchants Oral History Library. Earlier this year, Free released Mickey Free, American Horse, his 11-track collection of guitar-driven rock, blues, and roots. The album, the first in a series of Native Music Rocks Records releases distributed via Fountain Universal, has received praise from fans and music critics. And that's the latest roundup of news from Indian Country on this edition of the Native News Update. I'd like to thank you for joining me, and have a grand day.